Hasan Piker, one of the biggest controversial streamers of our time. Hasan Piker grew from being a normal commentary and a reactor to actually be considered as one of the most influential political streamers. An actual influential journey, but a dark one. Hasan is often described as narcissists. Narcissists don't apologize, they just spin it so it's your fault somehow. With Hasan never for one time admitting his fault and apologizing. Hasan blames everyone but himself for his shortcomings, one controversy after another, and it keeps getting worse. But Hasan always seems to find his way out of criticism. Throughout the years, Hasan almost had a backlash with everybody has access to the internet. Even some big bullies like Elon Musk couldn't escape running into Hasan Piker. A lot of people seem to just dislike Hasan and just finds him annoying. Sure, there is his fans that sees him as sexy and successful, and all the people criticizing him are just haters. But the percentage of these people are just a fraction compared to the rest of people criticizing him. Also, everyone across the entire political spectrum and any metric you want to use hates Hasan Piker for some reason. He has a beef with almost everybody who disagrees with him. Hasan Piker streams different types of content, but his most famous form is reacting, though it's not quite your typical reaction videos.
Baying pig, you bloodthirsty, violent pig dog.
Court cases, psychopathic, bloodthirsty fantasies that they've all had, and cultural debates. You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the you're talking about.
You bad faith, apartheid defending, bloodthirsty, genocidal freak. Ernie, Westoid, Angloid brained, disgusting filth, dude. Eurocentrist trash.
You dumb cracker bitch.
Hasan Piker is controversial for many reasons. The most prominent are his political beliefs and his many inconsistencies that he often just ignores. Hasan does this by deflecting criticism of him by attacking those who give the criticism.
If you're not this passionate about the subject, then you're basically admitting that you're a bottom-feeding trauma farmer.
There's a debate about a video you didn't even watch.
Why? Yeah.
Hasan knows what he is doing, and diminishing the image of others is a strategy he is aware of. He debates by insulting the opponent and deviating from the point, and using all these strawman arguments
to voluntarily and maliciously misunderstand my point so they can make YouTube videos and get ad revenue, because those clicks drive, that controversy and those clicks drive revenue in your direction and affinity from people who are looking for someone to be like, yeah, fuck this Hasan guy.
And for all we know, if we want to fully understand why someone behaved like a maniac, we need to go to one place: his childhood. Born on July 25th, 1991 in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Hasan did not have a typical American upbringing because the majority of his developmental years were spent in Turkey. This is because he has influential parents that resided in Turkey but had the will to fly to America and give Hasan US citizenship through being born on US soil. Though he did develop in Turkey, Piker said he was always fascinated by American culture as a child and jokingly calls himself an Ameriboo, a term he says he invented as a play on weeaboo, a derogatory term for a Western person obsessed with Japanese culture. While Hasan's family was financially very well off, growing up riding horses, playing video games all day, his father being a millionaire, meaning VP of a billions of dollar company, on the boards of directors of multiple companies. His uncle from his mother's side, Cenk Uygur, also is the founder and owner of the Young Turks. TYT is still the biggest left-leaning online media company, estimated at between $5,100 million in 2017s. But according to Hasan, his life still was not perfect.
And then, yeah, of course they have everything.
I mean, we grew up in a time when like Harry Potter came a year later than the rest of the planet. Like we watched movies.
We had color TVs, obviously, but like I remember we also had a black and white TV like in our house, in the like our second or third TV or whatever. Like,
was it?
We had a black and white TV.
I don't even remember that.
Like, again, this is not,
no one was using it, but you know, it was. That's how our proximity to that level of technology was like.
It was like on the way out, right? It's not like we didn't have these things, right? It just wasn't like an abundance. So anyway, the story.
Growing up, Piker describes himself as an outcast who questioned the dogma he learned in school. Something he did not conflict with was the mandatory service, but his parents did. According to Hasan, he wanted to join the military, but Papa Piker said he would disown him if he did.
I technically come from a military family. You know what I mean? And so does everyone, but we don't think about it that way like they do in America.
Oh yeah, it's a different thing with a volunteer army.
Yeah. Like nobody thinks like, oh yeah, you're speaking to a veteran's son, sir. Like, my dad was literally like, I will disown you if you serve in the Turkish military.
No, I know people who like left there, like Yeah.
Hasan's parents wanted him to take up a traditional well-paying profession such as a lawyer or doctor, but Hasan was more interested in the life of broadcasting. Hasan, through an interview with Complex, describes his difficulty in trying to get a job after graduating, pinning it on the recent US financial crisis, and stating he lacked the proper connections to get the jobs he wanted.
You know what? I want to get the fuck out of New Jersey. Like, I want to get out of here. I want to go to Los Angeles. And my uncle at the time had a little YouTube channel / network called the Young Turks Network.
Though Hasan describes the Young Turks channel as small, in late 2013, the same year of his internship, the channel had over 1 million subscribers in a time that this sort of traction of the platform was hardly reachable. Also, according to Social Blade, during this time it was actually not just one of the most viewed channels on YouTube with nearly 1 million views a day. It was possibly the largest left-leaning YouTube channel on the platform.
Special operations. Come on, how badass is that? All right, now, look, in 2008, TYT hit 50 million views on YouTube. 2009, we hit 100 million views on YouTube. Early 2010, TYT hit 200 million views on YouTube. Then the awards started coming in, and it was because of our TYT army that kept voting for us. We got nominated for 2 Streamies Awards, Best News or Politics Website, and Audience Choice Award. We also won the Best Political Podcast in the Podcast Awards. We beat out Rush Limbaugh, we beat out Bill Maher, among others, and we also won Best Political News Site for the Mashable Open Web Awards, beating out BBC and Huffington Post. What's next?
And so, Hasan, living in LA, entered at his uncle's company and also lived in his uncle's house. Hasan describes his job as building the advertising and sales operation in the company, but what he really wanted to do was be in front of the camera. So as an additional obligation for himself, Hasan created videos. These would appear on a channel operated by the Young Turks under TYT University as part of the header of the channel. This was a lifestyle channel that skewed in the direction of college life, and so the videos largely revolved around sexual topics and not the typical discussion of politics.
Sir Meowington says his head looks way too small for his body. If you're saying that about my head, you should see the size of my penis. A few things to consider when you're thinking about Lady Gaga as a top contender for Babe of the Week should be the fact that she might have a penis.
This looks to be the standard, like this one, where Hasan gives tips on how to get women in a club. With TYT University rebranding at least twice over the years and the entirety of the Bro Tip series wiped from the channel, it is difficult to say how the series developed. But what is known is Hasan does not look back on this series fondly.
Like an older run where I was like way more, first of all, I was way more broy than I am now. I'm still pretty broy now, but it was way more broy back then. It was just trying to be funny.
Exactly.
It was hacky, it was hacky, it was bad.
It was not until 2016 that he got a big break in the form of The Breakdown, a series hosted on Facebook and on the Young Turks channel. In respect to the theme of this channel, Hasan discussed and explained political topics. This series appears to be far better received as Hasan had greatly improved in his delivery and did away with the more scandalous jokes. Starting in 2016, Hasan would reach a new peak, and this was due to the US elections driving more interest in politics. And while political pundit is not relatively new, the booming social media space allowed him to gain more influence. As Hasan describes it, these series of videos were highly popular and possibly helped in keeping a series going well into 2017 and 2018. But Hasan still wanted to do more, not for the Young Turks this time, but for him. Hasan tried different forms of content creation, but more and more was favoring streaming on Twitch. And with Hasan joining the platform, the controversies begin. Hasan is dense, hypocritical, and angry. This attitude is particularly severe when he does not understand why there is so much backlash in the things he does. Like his interview of a Yemen pirate. Hasan tries to defend this interview by stating that it was journalistic, yet it lacked critical questions that would qualify it as such.
Yes, that's fire. That's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
There is a dense history of moments like these that will attempt to paint a picture of who Hasan Piker was and now is, and why is he blamed as an abuser for the recent controversies, and why is he the largest, most controversial streamer. Hasan constantly makes really controversial bad takes, and he walks back on them and then goes back into them whenever it suits him. He is so far in the campus hole of America bad, anything opposing America good. He's been supporting the far-right Houthis because they hate America. He said extreme radical things, like Hitler wasn't a bad guy for invading Poland and Austria and Czechoslovakia. He was only a bad guy for the Holocaust.
That's fine. And Hitler invaded countries based on Germanic ties at first? Yeah, dude. Talk to me when he's fucking throwing Ukrainians in a fucking What are you talking about? Talk to me when he's throwing Ukrainians at a concentration camp, okay? Hitler wasn't fucking bad because he decided to invade Austria. He was bad because he was fucking killing Jews, okay? That was the problem. He wasn't like, oh yeah, we're gonna fucking annex territory with like Germanic people in it. That wasn't the main problem with Hitler, I think. That was like maybe 8th down the line.
Basically, he doesn't think literal imperialism and annexing other nations is a bad thing. He said that Russia was never going to invade Ukraine. He's defended the Russian annexation of Crimea.
But like, you feeling bad about the Crimean annexation does not change the reality of the Crimean annexation being a completely justifiable fucking act by the Russian government, okay? So that's it. What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. Annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
And when Russia did invade, he went ahead and said, actually, I was still right. He constantly plays this footing politics too, where he'll say extreme takes on his streams, but whenever someone actually confronts it on him, he'll walk it back and go, oh well, it's actually a lot more nuanced. I didn't mean it literally, it was hyperbolic. He just wants to have his cake and eat it too. He actually trying to twist anything just to get empathy from different people. That's his kind of strategy. So he can look as the hero who addresses every group's right and explain to them how their life sucks. There is this video. The video is called One of the Poorest Places in America. It's a video where this guy goes around to these old mining towns, interviewing people and showing everyone just how fucked these towns really are. Instead of Hasan being empathetic about it, he jumps on twisting the narrative to embody the asshole judgmental persona.
Now, is it a close community? People, pretty tight?
Yeah, it's pretty tight here. Everybody looks out for one another, you know. To get out of here, this town, you know, everybody's so many different walks of life.
Bro, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss people off right now, but even like a sense of community being fostered here and less police presence in this town, and also the ability to be able to get your social security and other government amenities that allows people to survive is yet another fucking indication of white supremacy in certain respects. These people are not privileged by any means, but white privilege is still a very real reality because the black equivalent of this is so much fucking worse, because on top of that, you literally have an oppressive occupying force constantly breathing down your fucking neck and constantly trying to get you in trouble and harassing you on a daily basis.
Hasan is also extremely bad at communicating ideas and debate. Like unfathomably bad. There is a lot of bad content creators online, but he's extremely bad at it. He is constantly fumbling around.
All those nice houses coming into Grundy from West Virginia, who are those people? Coal, old money stuff? Or?
Some of them. I mean, and then you have, you know, your school teachers. They live in some of the nicer homes.
So this is a place where the school teacher can live in a nice home?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. I do not. Like, what? Dude, no. This guy's not delivering you factually accurate information.
No. Here's why this is actually an abject failure, and this is not just my perspective on the matter. I'm just a dumb idiot with a Twitch stream who is live reacting to the news and trying to make sense of everything as it's ongoing. I usually have a policy of not covering breaking news, and sometimes that policy is violated, but ultimately I'm not held up by the same journalistic standards, even though I think I do a much better job than most other news outlets in...
Hasan is the one doesn't do any actual paperwork or research, stumbles on his words constantly, has no idea what other people are saying to him. For someone with a platform of his size, he is insanely bad at communication. You can think of scarce few people in the online politics sphere which have worse problems communicating compared to him. It handicaps his political efforts and makes him look like an idiot to outside observers. It also affects people he is showing he trying to support, like trans people, because the way he discusses trans issues is like nails on a chalkboard, except it actually negatively affects their life. His efforts to support trans people spread bad information to his audience and pushes away people uninformed about the subject.
Ever since, there are plenty of gay and trans people. By the way, Iran is actually weirdly very pro-trans, but I'm sure that you probably didn't know that. They're very homophobic, but they are very pro-trans. A lot of cultures are actually very pro-trans, way more than the United States of America.
Hasan does show a lot of fake behavior, like he is here to actually give advice, bring actual solutions. But the only thing he used socialism for is to shit on American capitalism, which he moved here to benefit from in every single way. Hasan is a bigger capitalist than 99.9% of Americans. There was a controversy about Hasan buying a $2.7 million house. For any other successful streamer, this would not matter. But for Hasan, it does, because it can be seen as inconsistent with the values of a socialist. It is likely that the most flag he got was not even from people diametric of him, but people in his own community that denounced the purchase. It does not help that Hasan was also antagonistic, like with this tweet that reads, quote, "Socialism is when no house." This opens up the criticism that it was not just a house, it was a $2.7 million house. Another element Hasan uses in his defense is a perception that he believes people look at socialism like a poverty cult, but it didn't seem to be a one-time situation with just a house for Hasan's defense to be true, as Hasan would make other purchases like a Gucci bag with the multi-$100 designer shirts and similar things. A house is one thing, but when you're making what you claim to be explicitly socialist content,
Live on a basic necessity budget for the most part anyway.
and yet using the wealth you gain from it to buy into some of the most exploitative, wasteful, and excessive aspects of consumer capitalism, that is hypocrisy.
Transparent with your income. Nobody needs that much. What are you doing with it? How do you support left-wing politics? Very practical with your money. This notion that like, what are you doing with your money, is dumb as fuck. Where could I be spending my money? It's not like I take lavish vacations for a month and then come back. I do this every single day.
I do this stuff, okay? This is why I was like, I might not even buy this car in the end if it's like, you know, too much of a hassle. But like, I literally do this for that.
Yeah, he spent 150 grand on a car, so Austin Oscar make a 30-second.
No, literally, yeah, so we can all have fun.
That's how good he has it, baby.
So, no, I mean, I'm not even kidding, yes.
Not so much people criticizing him about needing to live in poverty, but rather him living a highly consumerist hedonistic lifestyle. A lifestyle that can be seen as aligning with the greed that capitalism can carry. Hasan, like anyone else, has pressure to succeed. He comes from a wealthy family that has high expectations, yet has failed to meet them. The only job Hasan could find outside of college was working under his highly influential uncle that, regardless of Hasan's truth, will to some always be seen as nepotism and unearned.
And even when there was demonstrable success, because of, I guess, fears that Jank would come across as like doing nepotism, he would go extra hard on me and would just be like, all right, cool IP, we're just gonna give it to everyone else in the company now. It's the company's IP. So it definitely just like put a chip on my
These are
shoulder.
reasons why Hasan cannot stomach being incorrect, or why he does not take jokes well that target his intelligence as demonstrated in the Raj Royale video podcast. For some context, Hasan was explaining a concept to a group when Destiny comes in and finishes the point. This podcast took place before the complete falling out of Destiny and Hasan's friendship.
It's like I wish Destiny could just come in at the beginning and give us the right answer right away instead of making us wait. Yeah, like we have the cheat sheet right here.
Honestly, it's funny because like the only way.
It's such a fucking retarded thing to say. Like I'm sorry, but like if you can't comprehend the fucking shit that I'm saying,
You said the R word.
okay? I'm doing as best as I'm doing.
Yeah, Wes. You said the R word.
You literally said the exact same thing that I just said. Like what the fuck are you guys talking
You can
about?
say we turn on Twitch. That fucking says it all the time.
Fuck Twitch then. Dude, don't fucking ask me to be on if this is the shit that you're gonna pull, Raj. Like seriously.
What did I pull? What?
What did I pull? Oh, I'll put Destiny in the chat. Fucking have Destiny on it.
I didn't put Destiny in the poll. He's not in the poll. I was joking. He's not in the poll.
I know he's not in the fucking poll, dipshit. I'm saying that it's pissing me off because you're devaluing my perspective, which is ongoing.
No, it had nothing to do with
fucking chat.
Hasan,
And also the people you're talking to right now.
Hasan, that had nothing. I was just saying because Destiny came into the show late after I tried to get him on the show.
95% of your fucking Discord is like Hasan is so dumb. Hasan is so dumb.
Look, relax,
95% of the fucking chat is like Hasan is so stupid.
Hasan is now too big for the online YouTube leftist community. If you're a new bread tuber, you quickly understand it's better not to say anything against Hasan so that you won't lose the opportunity to appear in his stream. For example, Second Thought or Noah Samson, their videos were streamed by Hasan, and now they're very big on YouTube. If you instead are a bread tuber that wants to criticize Hasan, the outcomes will be called a debate bro, which has a lot of negative connotations. Your video been shown and criticized live by the man himself.
But you're still talking about it because you're a fucking idiot!
His community just straight up attacking you, or all these three combined. Plus, if you have a different political opinion than Hasan, you'll be ridiculed by that too. We can't finish this video without talking about the recent biggest controversy of Hasan Piker nowadays. A simple string clip goes so viral that it becomes a literal cultural phenomenon. I mean, this has truly taken the world by storm. On October 7th, 2025, when Hasan was streaming and something particular would happen, someone would clip that moment, post it on the subreddit livestream fail. The title for this post is Hasan reaching for something and seemingly shocking his dog to keep her in camera view, and it would very quickly gain traction, going completely viral.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
Hasan has a dog by the name of Kaya, You can see her sitting in the back. As soon as she would step 1 foot off of the place where she was laying down, Hasan would get very annoyed, almost to an irrational degree. He would then look down at something, reach out to it, and after doing so, you'd hear the dog whimper as if he pressed a button. Now, of course, by this point, a lot of people were convinced that he shocked his dog for doing absolutely nothing, but many were still skeptical. Why would Hasan even shock his dog for doing something so minimal? So Hasan explained himself. He said she clipped her nail on the bed. That's why she yelped.
Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Is from when Kaya yelped? Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
The thing is though, people would quickly move on from the idea that he's shocking the dog and instead focus on the dog's position throughout his entire stream. Now notice just how long Kaya stays in the same exact position without moving.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker and this is the Hasan broadcast.
Just so you're aware, this was the stream in which she yelped. Now, watch as she stays in the same position for over 4 hours. She just stays there in the same position. She's not moving. She's barely moving, right? She's not even stretching. She's not even like doing anything a normal dog should be able to do, like, I don't know, free roam around a little bit, walk around a little. And this would be when she would try to maybe move a little bit and he would react like crazy.
Kaya, please just go, just stop.
4 hours and 21 minutes of just laying there and not being allowed to move a single paw outside of that zone. Hasan is using an animal as a prop. She's not allowed to behave like a dog or a loved pet. She's there to make him look good. Shock collar aside, just for that, would make him a terrible person. That's when certain people would start to unearth some old clips that would paint Hasan in a bad light in regards to his pet. Like this one here. We can see a guest on Hasan's stream telling him that the collar on Kaya's neck is way too tight.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get 1. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat.
This is another suspicious clip from his past streams where he treats Kaya in a weird way. To many, this seemed like he was shocking her again, getting very pissed over the fact that she moved a little bit after sitting around for hours. It was yet again an exaggerated reaction, and it wasn't really warranted.
Absolute garbage. Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works, everything is fast. Kaya, place.
Grabs the thing.
Get back there. What is this? Don't worry.
I mean that's 100% right.
This one is one of the craziest out there. You would think it's an AI, but actually this one clip alone says it all. He treats her like shit. It just surpasses anything I've ever seen. This clip is also just a complete confession. Like this is an old clip, but it just suits this new incident 100%, stating clearly, no, we are not freeing her. Like, what do people need more?
Did you see what Austin is saying and doing in your house? No, but I assume it's annoying. I assume it's like he threw trash everywhere or something, because a lot of people are saying, Someone's been a bad girl in my absence, by the way, and you can tell because she's like literally fucking crying. She's not used to place because while I was gone, she got to free roam like a cow the entire day. I don't know if she actually got a decent amount of workout this morning or not, but no. Okay, she did go to the park apparently, and she's still being a baby, it seems. No, we're not freeing her. She needs to get used to it. She needs to get used to the structure that she had in her life once again. Okay.
Facing insurmountable global pressure at this point, Hasan would finally decide to show the collar on stream. It would be very brief, and he'd be hoping to finally silence the critics so that he can move on from this incident.
It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy? That's it. Good. There's the air tag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
The way he's showing it is very quick. It's It's almost like he's trying to hide it or not show it for too long. It absolutely seems suspicious. So, let's get this straight. We have so far seen so many of him reaching for the remote, and suddenly Kaya fall back into her position like a Roomba. Also, the exact shock collar model and a vibrate-only model were found and posted on the internet. We've seen enhanced photos of the black tape poorly masked over the removed pongs while he lies directly to your face. And we've known for years that Hasan likes to behavioral train his pets. And yet, somehow, he can still gaslight his whole community into thinking that his dog is spoiled and happy.
Stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
It was getting very hard to defend Hasan. At this point, this wasn't even political anymore. Sure, his political opponents were using this as an opportunity to attack his character and his political opinions, but whether you're into politics or not, I'm sure we can all agree this is unacceptable behavior.